Hi everyone, my name is Julie. This is Keep Calm with Books and Coffee. I talk about books on this channel, mainly books about magic, and if you want to see more of that, you can hit the subscribe button down below. And today we are going to be doing a Winter-a-thon TBR. Hello everybody, so today we're going to be doing Winter-a-thon TBR. Winter-a-thon is hosted by Rainy over at Rainy Blue Reads, and if you haven't checked her out yet, you absolutely have to. Rainy is fantastic, and I love all of her readathon ideas, including this one. It's a bingo board style readathon, and I will let you check out her video on the topic so that we don't get too into the weeds here, but I just want to do a quick little TBR for this. Now, am I participating in another readathon during the month of November? Yes, actually I'm participating in 2 more, but we'll get to that eventually. Today we're just going to be doing the Winter-a-thon TBR, and I'm actually going to try to keep this to a minimum. I want to try to take a little bit of a break in November from really structured reading. I want to try to mood read a little bit, since I read quite a bit of like very strict like prompt reading in October, and by the end I was really starting to feel my mood reader brain kind of chafe against that. So I'm excited to have a bingo board, and I have picked out like a row of bingo to have a TBR for, but this could very easily change over the next few weeks. So I'm going to tell you my TBR and show you like the board, because I'm just going to do one row. I'm not going to try to black out the board, and we'll go from there. But this is what I'm hoping to read in the month of November for Winter-a-thon. So my very first prompt is TBR Veteran, and for this I've chosen The Tiger's Daughter by Kate Arsenault Rivera. This is on my 24 and 24. It's a high fantasy, the start of a trilogy about 2 women who are trying to, I believe, save the remnants of their like empire. I'm not 100% sure. It's been years since I've read the description. I mostly want to read it because I know it is sapphic and it's a high fantasy and it sounds great, and I've heard good things about this series, and I would like to try it. So I have the audiobook of this and I'm hoping to read it in the next few weeks. My next prompt is a thrifted book, and for this I'm choosing The Demon's Bargain by Katie Robert. This is one of the Peculiar Taste novellas, and this is the second one in the series. I'd like to finish up this volume before the end of the year, and I did thrift this from my local indie bookstore. Now, I did make this a little bit difficult for myself because I chose 2 pretty chunky books. So for the next one, it is over 400 pages, and for this I've chosen Son of the Storm by Sunyi Davies Okambala, and this is the first book in what I know is 2 books that have been published. I'm not sure if it's just 2 books or not, and I don't remember what this is about either, because I picked this up in a Barnes & Noble years ago and read the first chapter and thought, that sounds really interesting, and then I haven't read it since. This is on my self-destruct books for the end of the year, so I'd really like to give it a try, and this seems like the perfect month to do so when I'm trying to concentrate on reading what I want to read, not necessarily reading a quantity of books. So I'm excited for this one, and I really want to give it a try. Then we have multi-POV, and for this I'm choosing The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the 4th and final book in the Raven Cycle Quartet. This feels the most wintry because it's like white and blue, but this I'd like to finish up my reread of this series in November so that I can possibly try to start the follow-up trilogy before the next year starts. We shall see. I am really excited to reread this. This is probably the book I have reread the fewest times out of this trilogy, or out of the series that I love so much, and I really want to experience the ending all over again. And then the last prompt I have picked out is a new to you author, and for this I'm choosing Wallace Kennedy for A Dark and Secret Magic. This is one that I was hoping to read in time for Halloween because it feels very practical magic, very Halloween-y vibes, but I didn't quite get it done in time, so I have started this already, but just barely. Like, I'm in chapter 2. So I'm excited to continue reading this, and I want to read it before we fully transition into winter vibes, so it feels like a good transition book from spooky season to winter season. So I am excited. But those are the 5 books that I have picked out for Winter-a-thon in hopes of getting to and making my bingo that way. If I get more books that fill in other places, I will do that as well. But like I said, I am trying to give myself a little bit of a break this month and not do quite as much. So we're not going to try for the blackout of the board. And I will also have a bucket list-a-thon TBR coming to you very soon as we get closer to that readathon. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye out there. But that is it for me today. If you have any thoughts or feelings or want to share anything about the books that I've talked about today, please let me know down below. You can also leave me a snowflake emoji for Winter-a-thon if you aren't feeling chatty. And like I said, Rainy and the announcement video will be linked down below if you want to check it out. Definitely come join us if you are interested. And that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!